Um, well, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. This is actually the first webinar on this webinar series we are launching to help each other or help all of us to improve or broaden our skills while we are all stuck at home. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Elsa Rodriguez and I'm the lead manager of... Hi, Lorenzo. What kind of picture is that?
Hello.
You
became a pirate of your ship.
Exactly.
I've always been a pirate, obviously. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, no worries. We'll keep going. Okay, so I was introducing myself. I'm Elsa Rodriguez. I'm the lead manager of Tenerife Work and Play, which is an initiative from the local government here in the island of Tenerife to attract more digital talent to the island. So we help remote workers, digital nomads, entrepreneurs that want to establish themselves here. We help them through the process. And at the same time, we also coordinate and work together with the local ecosystem of remote workers and entrepreneurs to, create more community and integrate the international community with the local community. So we organize events all year long, all around the island. Unfortunately, we cannot do those events right now because we are all locked down, but that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to take this online and do something for our community. We are very grateful that Laurinas has agreed to deliver this first webinar focusing on SEO positioning. It will be quite basic so that everyone has the opportunity to learn, but he also will provide some practical advice on how to better rank, not only on Google, but other search engines as well. He will go into detail in a bit. Before we start, just some rules. Please mute yourself when we start the presentation so that everyone can hear and there is no background noise. If you don't do it, I will mute you anyway. So no worries about that. Since we are a manageable number, feel free to interrupt Laurinas if you have any questions. We have planned to leave initially we planned to leave half an hour at the end for questions, but I think it's better if we just go as if we are flexible and you just want to interact, feel free, and we want this to be as interactive as possible so that we can all learn from each other as well. Feel free to use the chat for questions, to share any resources you think that might be useful for the audience, and I will make sure you all get this information afterwards, okay? So yeah, I'm just gonna briefly introduce Laurinas and he will take it from there. So he's from Lithuania. He has been living in Tenerife for almost 2 years now, I think, with his family, although he has been a real nomad for many years. He has plenty of experience working on various marketing projects, including SEO, which is the main topic of today's webinar. But yeah, I will let him introduce himself in more detail. Laurinas, thank you for being our speaker today, and the screen is yours.
Yeah, I have to actually share my screen. So hello, everybody. I guess that a lot of people more will join because we have a bit more participants today, but we'll have this recorded. So I guess that maybe somebody else would like to take a look at this, these presentations a bit more later. So first of all, about this presentation, so I would like to talk about myself a bit. It's just a few minutes. So I'm the manager of the Spice LT. This is kind of my company, and I've actually more focused on, at the moment, on business process optimizations and so like marketing and development of software of some sort of B2B systems, CRMs, retail affiliate and payment systems. But I've actually been nomading since I was 16, and actually it's been quite like 15 years of I've been a nomad, and well, I've started actually working on SEO at 2007. and I've actually had a SEO agency, and we've been doing a lot of SEOs and stuff like that many years before. And yeah, 10 years ago, SEO was like super easy to do. We even been charging our clients for actual positions, like we were charging like for a first or second or third position in Google search engine results page. But you know what, later and later we would just like thought that it's kind of a getting more competitive, because a whole market knew what is SEO, knew what is Google, knew what is Google AdWords. There were a lot of new uh, social media platforms developed, and that grew so much and it became so crowded that having an SEO agency was kind of a bit like not so profitable as it was like a lot of years before. So what I would like to present here is a bit of my project that we are doing with Alex and Maria. I don't see her today, but maybe she can join us a bit later. Is Isla de Regalos. It's our new project that we are making. We actually already launched a alpha version of this website in the islands. It's a kind of a website for local businesses that exceptionally in Tenerife at the moment, like we will I think expand to Gran Canaria a bit later maybe. This is an exceptional project for Tenerife. It's a website for selling gifts as an experiences, like gifts like you can give it to your grandmother or to your friend, and you can give as an experience, like a romantic dinner, like a accommodation or a weekend in a hotel, or so on and so on. Now, basically, the idea is to give presents, to sell presents as a gift, and we actually at the moment are in a phase of launch this project, and we are actually searching for partners or affiliates or other people who might want to join us in some random ways that you can. So basically, I just wanted to say, maybe you can take a look at this project. Maybe you have some opinion of this. Maybe you know who can participate in this. And in these tough times that this island will face, I guess, it could be like some sort of a platform that might help local businesses to survive and maybe even to grow up a bit, because I haven't seen such a thing here, and I think that it might be kind of a thing to help these businesses to grow. Yeah. So about our topic, why Google is a monster, and in case if you have some questions, you may ask me. Don't hesitate. Yeah. So the topic about the monster Google, what I was thinking about, why it's such a big thing, and so on. So the idea of the monster Google is because the corporation of Google actually owns so much. They own search engines, they own data centers, they own YouTube, they own actually all internet, and so on. And basically, what's the main point is that 10 years before, when we had our agency and we made SEO, it was quite easy because ranking on Google competition was low. There was a lot of traffic. The Google was growing, and there was a lot of traffic. The Google AdWords were just the Google AdWords marketing platform was just launched, and the idea was that it was cheaper to do SEO than buying in Google AdWords and so on. So basically, you haven't had to pay any money for Google to rank in first positions and so on. But the thing is that when Google made his PR on let's make the world let the world make the Google better. I mean, the idea of SEO was to make actually the Google better, because we as the consumers, as users, had helped Google to make their search engine better, because we had helped Google to index our websites better, because we adapted our websites to Google search engine. So the idea was that in case of SEO, we actually helped Google to put more competition on some sort of keywords that are for our businesses, they are good. So the idea is that there's still a ways to manage them and so on. So I would like to talk about this in this presentation. And the other thing is that when we have this monster Google, it is always the thing that we don't have to rely only on Google. There's a lot of other search engines that are now growing, and there's a lot of social media platforms that are different from these corporations. Even though Facebook is also a corporate stuff, but like, okay, we have Reddit that is growing massively. We have WhatsApp, who is owned by Facebook, by the way. But the other thing is that there's alternatives, and relying on only one traffic channel into your website is very bad idea, because Google constantly updates his algorithms, and in case you can wake up and just lose all your traffic to your website just because Google just changed the algorithms. So basically the idea is that all websites, all stuff that you have should have different types of traffic channels, and you should always grow channels that will rely only on your own software. I mean, email list subscribers, or push notifications, or some sort of a direct traffic that will make grow your direct traffic, not from Google, not from Facebook, not from others, or not from YouTube, not from Reddit, not from other platforms, but only focusing on growing the direct traffic actually to your site. So as I was telling, in the year 2000 or 2005, SEO was super easy. Just add the keywords to your website and you will rank on Google very easily. It was super easy and so on. And basically what the thing was that the Google search engine was not crowded. So basically in those days, we used keywords like dinner Tenerife or something very short, like something dumb, like I want like eat Tenerife, or dinner Canarias, or something like short, very short and basic search terms, because we as the users were used to that search engines are dumb, and we've been used to enter actually dumb phrases. In this case, actually in I think 2012, Google did that auto suggestions thing, that they actually made the competition even more higher. So in this case, they can put more ads to it and earn a lot of earn more money in this. And what I wanted to say is that today, actually the thing is that the engine is overcrowded of information, and that is why we have to use very long and very specific and very target and very local based keywords. So okay, Google traffic, actually this means very think easily. Google traffic is organic traffic or paid traffic. Google, like paid traffic, like Google AdWords, remarketing and content ads. Organic traffic, this means image search, which is all usually forgotten, because lots of users actually search for information via the images. Video search, which is also very important, because Google owns YouTube, and you can easily rank on Google just by putting a video with your keywords that you are like wanting to rank for. Like, for example, if I search for a best restaurant in Adeje, in the south of the island, right? So I will definitely get that Indian guy who made these 3 dumb videos, and he has like literally I think 2,000 views per video, just because he made like a stupid video about the best restaurants in Adeje. but he just made the video, but he filmed his own restaurant. So basically it's kind of a spam thing, but basically he's the only one who did it. So there's no competition in that. So basically he gets all the video search in that. And actually Google also has like normal search that we all use it every day, product search, news search, and Google Maps. Now Google Maps, I think that it's kind of a popular thing in Tenerife to use it. Google News search, it's also it's kind of a thing where you can actually position your blog posts in that. And this is kind of a nice thing to have, because Google has his algorithms made like this. They always seek for updated information, for something new, because the internet is getting bigger exponentially. And the thing is that we always search for something new, some new information. So in this video search, image search, and Google product search, and Google news search, usually Google always ranks the newest blog posts or news or something like new content that they have. So basically, but the other thing that Google Organic actually is constantly decreasing. This is the main thing that I wanted to tell you, because as more far we go to the future, we less use Google search for searching information, because we got sick of the overcrowding and the same results. So that is why, but actually the Google likes to have the competition inside. But the main problem is that this traffic it's like all, I think that it's still the main source that we have, but it's constantly decreasing at the moment. And the thing is that because the other sources like social media, search, the direct traffic, the group traffic, or the group, some sort of blog posts or something like that, is generating more and more traffic statistically to your websites. Anyone has some questions? Because I'm kind of just speaking to myself. Okay, let's move on. If anybody has some questions, so just don't hesitate to interrupt me. Okay, let's move on other searches, on other source of traffic. Okay, YouTube. As I already said, YouTube has two ways of attracting traffic to your website. The first of all is Google Ads. Video ads that are showed in YouTube. It's kind of a still very nice way to promote your business, because they still don't charge you for first few seconds and so on. Basically, the thing is that it's still kind of a very good source for doing that. And the other thing, that YouTube is actually the world's second most popular search engine. And the thing is that if you kind of like to rank like that Indian guy in Adeje, for example, if that promotes his own restaurant. So basically, in as I've noticed, even in Tenerife on the other countries that don't have very high competition on some sort of a local restaurant stuff, or some sort of local searches that doesn't have like thousands of keywords. So it's a super good platform for getting ranked like in 2 days or 3 days. Like literally, when you post a keyword, or when you post a video about like with some sort of a long tail keyword, I mean like keyword like I don't know, best restaurant in Tacoronte. It could be like a good keyword for your restaurant, because if you have like 10 searches a month, basically you're there. So the thing is that it's like literally the platform where you could get ranked in 3 days maximum. So basically, if you just make the ad and with the keywords, with the right keywords, that's it. So basically, you are on the top 10 on the first page of Google and YouTube. The other thing, Instagram. It's a very also very good channel, because it's actually growing. and it grows constantly as Google is constantly decreasing. Instagram is constantly growing at the moment. It won't last long, but I think that it's kind of a thing for maybe 4 years or something. The idea is that Instagram has in some markets, not in all, but in some markets, usually people Google services, experiences, or restaurants, or some sort of services via the image search. And the thing is that, well, I personally do that actually. The thing is that when I go to some sort of town, like, I don't know, or a different country, like, I don't know, like, for example, let's take Portugal, like going to Lisbon, right, for a weekend. So my wife usually does the thing that she actually searches for restaurants that we're gonna pass, like literally, like we go there and there and there, and she actually searches them on Instagram. Why? Because you look for nice food that looks nice, that has that restaurant that has nice interior. So you're looking through hashtags, and even though you're looking for long tail hashtags in Instagram. So the thing is that you actually can render traffic even from long tail Instagram tags just by putting Instagram posts to it. So the thing is that it's also another option to improve your visibility, your brand, or your whatever you do, your visibility on these search engines. Okay, let's talk about WhatsApp. The WhatsApp is actually, I think that it is a new bomb. I mean, bomb that it will explode soon. It's actually owned by Facebook. And the thing is that actually what Facebook is doing is actually, they're trying to make WhatsApp profitable. And the thing is that they haven't actually launched WhatsApp ads, but I think that they will soon do. And they will then, when they will do it, I think that it should be one of the biggest explosions in the marketing in recent years. Why? Because WhatsApp is being used by literally everyone, even though when we have Telegram and Viber scandals, the WhatsApp is being like only the last normally, and Skype is also like when they've been sold to Microsoft and they tried to do Skype ads and so on, the user amount decreased actually on Skype. So basically everyone went to WhatsApp. And I think that it is actually one of the most popular chat programs in Europe. And the thing is that what I always, with Alex, we are talking these days, that even your grandma doesn't have email, but she will definitely have WhatsApp because she will like to send images to her friends. So this is the thing that actually you need to focus on, because even like share buttons on share to WhatsApp buttons on your website, or WhatsApp groups, or WhatsApp like direct messaging, or WhatsApp bots could improve your business very well. Okay, so in short, okay, let's move on. Reddit.
Laurinas, we have a few questions here before we move on about Instagram.
Okay,
and then I have, okay, so Maria is asking whether it makes a difference to create post videos on Instagram or YouTube, whether there is a difference. And because for now, I mean, Maria, you can say it too. Huh?
Yeah, you just, yeah.
Yeah. So basically I've been doing videos on Instagram right now. Started with stories, but then kind of, I'm a very rambly person, so ended up doing Instagram videos instead. And I've been thinking about the difference between just posting videos on Instagram versus doing that on YouTube as well, or doing either or. And I was wondering if you have like a sense of which one would make more sense in terms of
what type of videos, first of all? Short videos,
yeah.
So videos about some food, or what videos exactly, like blog?
Yeah, so I work as a coach, as a clarity coach. So it's like a mix of videos of like insights from books, or these ideas and questions that I've been pondering?
Definitely YouTube.
Seriously?
Yes, yes. You know why? Because
Yeah.
it's long lasting. You like to
Yeah.
generate passive traffic. Instagram
Okay.
is for it's for high spread. Like if you wanna like do it like, you know, if you like,
Yeah.
and on this and it's spread. It's, for example,
Yeah.
it's very good for some sort of discount offers, like some sort of moment traffic. But if you want something last long, like if you, for example, if you work as a coach, I
Yeah.
definitely recommend to go on YouTube, because YouTube, when you're doing a lot, they're ranking your videos better. And the thing is that when you have a big archive of lots of videos, the old ones will be as popular as the new ones, because they try to increase the visibility of your content. Basically, they're not like, okay, the old one is old, so we don't put them into your search. No, the thing is that if it's popular video, they will rank you on first positions on every single keyword and and they will put you automatically to suggestions. Instagram will never do that. So I would say YouTube.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was afraid of. I need a YouTube guru to help me. But like,
But so you had another question, which I also wanted to ask, which is, what is the difference between videos on Instagram and stories in terms of SEO? Is there any difference?
On terms of SEO, Instagram stories doesn't rank at all. It doesn't rank at all. Instagram videos rank on hashtags that you tag them. So basically, if you have a restaurant and you want to make like some sort of a promo video about it, like 10 seconds promo video. So basically you have to post it, not to put Instagram stories. If you put Instagram stories, it will be more visible, and Instagram stories are, as temporary content, is very popular. It's even more popular than regular posts. But if you, in terms of search engines, in terms of SEO, you have to post, because Instagram stories doesn't have any hashtags, or they don't actually rank in search, or if they rank in search, they rank it only for 24 hours. Okay. So it's not SEO. SEO is something less longing. Okay,
thanks for clarifying that. And then you were talking about WhatsApp and how this could be the next bomb. I understand that if it allows to have ads and so on, but the way people are using WhatsApp for their own businesses, I'm not sure. Because, you know, for example, when people just send all the information about the next event or the next activity, wherever, through WhatsApp, I feel like, I mean, at least for me, sometimes it's like, I don't want to see this anymore. Like, I don't know if it's something that...
That is why I think that in Spain, we have a lot of things that we share too much. And the thing is that we're being attacked by information from all sources, you know. And the thing is that I think in this case, groups for sharing information, like some sort of information, should be super qualified in this case. And because in WhatsApp, it's like SMS message. Basically, you are super close to the client. And he actually, if you send him this message like 5 a.m. in the morning, he will get mad because the phone rings, you know. And the thing is that if you receive an SMS message at 5 a.m. in the morning, you get freaked out about the people that are sending them to you, and you will definitely block them or call or call to them and shout on them because you're being awakened. So the WhatsApp is like SMS message, basically just for free. And the thing is that I think that in this case, if they will have ads, it will be a bomb. But in this case, and nowadays, even though they are using the groups, and you can have a group that you can create a group that can be joined from your website easily. Like if somebody visits your website, clicks on the link, and you can add his number to a group automatically, and then he will receive the notifications. But the thing that these notifications are like super personal, like super close to you cannot like say, I'm just like mute this. So basically, I think
well,
that
you can mute the group. I have a lot of
can,
groups that are mute.
yeah, but the thing
But-
is that you are muted. You muted them because they over spam you with information. I think that if you are like noticing someone once in a month, they will not mute you, I guess.
Okay, but in terms of SEO, what does it have to do? Like if you
In
send...
terms of SEO, actually nothing.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no impact in this case, just traffic, as I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah, if you have your website.
yes, depending on this, that you have to have a direct traffic to your website, and direct traffic is something that needs to be, again, regrown.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on, right?
Yeah, let's move on because
Yeah, we have 28 minutes. I think we're kind of on schedule. Okay, so, okay, Reddit. Reddit is a platform that is not super popular in Spain, but it's super popular in a bit more east, like in Turkey or in even in Lithuania. I think it's quite a popular thing, and it's actually kind of a platform that is also related on groups, because subreddits, there are like subreddits, like the thing. And well, actually the thing is, everything is based on upvotes and and downvotes. So basically all the information in the group is being sorted by upvoting and downvoting. So and in terms of SEO, Reddit is actually very nicely indexed by Google at the moment. So if you like to have a subreddit about your topic, about like something that can make a group of your clients, like in terms of something like some sort of a group of fans. Like if you're, for example, like if you have a moto shop, you sell like bikes or whatever, you just repair them, right? You can have some diesel fuel heads like community on Reddit who actually shares some sort of information about the thing, and about like articles and so on. And this could be a very nice platform for sharing like some sort of a company's blog posts or something like that. And it's kind of a very nicely indexed, and Reddit very nicely appears in Google search. And the other thing that actually Reddit already has Reddit ads. And regarding that, this network is growing actually very fast, because it's kind of a new way, new Facebook, I guess. It's just about information sharing. It's not about like personal stuff or something. It's just about the information. It's like some sort of a LinkedIn, but it's just not personal. It's nothing about personal stuff. It's just about the information sharing and information sorting. Good, it's it or no. So basically Reddit ads, I haven't actually tried it, but because I haven't had any chance to do that. But basically I could say that Reddit ads could be also a very nice source of traffic to bring it, because should be not so competitive at the moment. And in terms of that, this social network is actually growing quite fast. I think that now at these 2-3 years, it might be like kind of a good source of cheap ads inside of it. And the other thing I would like to talk is Pinterest. So Pinterest ads and Pinterest organic search. Pinterest is basically as Reddit. I think that it doesn't belong to anyone. I don't 100% know, but I think that it doesn't belong to anyone. And I think is that Pinterest is actually a very smart engine that has a very nice some sort of artificial intelligence, as we can say that, to sort posts and pins. And the thing is that they're also very nicely indexed by Google. I mean, if you share something on Pinterest and it's very nicely looking, it has a nice picture, because it's also based as an Instagram. It should be based on nice pictures, because Pinterest is like something like Instagram, but with groups with also searching for information. Basically, it's like Reddit, but based on idea of Instagram. So basically, if you have some sort of a nice pictures, nice designs, nice, it's like some sort of a very nice area for interior designers, for nice food, for recipes or something like that has something nice look. So basically, it's also very good source of being in Google and ranking in Google through Pinterest platform. And as I would like to mention, all these rankings, ranking in Pinterest, adds a bit of a point to organic ranking in Google. I mean, if you rank good in Pinterest, if you make nice post that has a lot of pins, you will definitely rank a bit, should be a bit better in Google. In Google, I mean in Google native search.
Are you guys having issues to listen to him as well? Loudness, because I feel like it's yeah, we cannot hear you very well. As it cuts off.
Okay, I think that
maybe it's your connection or something.
I think that's this. Maybe I think that my computer is overheated of the sun. So I will just stop my video. Maybe it will be better a bit.
Okay, just try to speak then, and let's move on because we still have to cover quite a bit.
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I've just disconnected my video. Maybe it will be better.
Yeah, it's better now.
So, yeah, do you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, go ahead.
You see my screen. So yeah,
yeah, we do see it.
Basically, I wanted to make some sort of a island, our Tenerife's people that are usually is on the internet, the common mistakes that's it's like a common mistakes that usually people do here. Actually, what I've noticed over here, so I just go through all of them. First of all, in Tenerife, usually people are not using the s.s domain. They are usually going on .com. This is the main problem, actually, because when you're on .com domain, you actually don't rank very well on google.es. This means that all the local searches, like, for example, that when people comes to the island and if they're searching for some sort of keywords that are like for services that when they are in Spain, they actually don't rank very well on Google, and you have something very like different results on Google search, because if you have a .com domain, this means that you rank on google.com. Basically, it's like something very international, something very wide, but nothing very specific. The other thing that I think that it's mostly common mistake is slow websites, overcrowded websites, usually with no mobile version or not functioning, something like buttons are not working, the information is old, and so on. And the other common mistake, I think, that people are very keen on using third-party monster websites to sell their standard products. What I mean is that usually people are keen on like TripAdvisor or Trustpilot or some sort of a third-party platforms that are very super big, and they kind of make you like um, rank or they let these third-party monster websites to rank better and in front on some sort of specific local keywords. So basically what I mean that if you have a restaurant in Adeje and you would like to rank on best restaurants in Adeje, don't use the same words on TripAdvisor, because TripAdvisor will go in first place on Google. And in this case, your site will be somewhere above the TripAdvisor. And in some cases, maybe TripAdvisor will change his content. And then in this case, you will just lose your position in this. Yeah, and so as a conclusion to all this, internet is overcrowded with information. Google SEO traffic is decreasing. I mean that Google is sending less traffic out. I mean, in this case, Google is answering your question what you are searching for inside of Google results page. In this case, they don't let the traffic out. Other thing, Facebook organic reach has dramatically decreased. This means that having a Facebook page or having a Facebook ad is dramatically decreased, combining, for example, 10 years ago. And targeted local and more personalized geolocation, SEO, and ads are trending. I mean that you're better focus on something local, some sort of a long keywords with your place, with your location, with your stuff, than ranking on focusing on ranking or on super competitive keywords. And that traffic is spread along many resources. Basically what I've already talking about, that we nowadays we have a lots of traffic from very many ways of traffic sources. So basically this is kind of the conclusion. But in this case, despite the fact that Google organic search is decreasing and so on, the thing is that it's actually still a main source. As you can see from the graph, I've shown one of the Lithuanian tourism portals traffic data, just no names, no nothing, but you can see that social traffic here, that you can see on first position, that social traffic is like 39K visitors per month. It's actually not organic. It's paid traffic. Organic traffic, which is 26K, is free. So, and as you see, like conversions, current conversion rates, user behavior, and so on, is basically the same. So if you have a good SEO and you have invested like maybe 3-4 years into making SEO and so on, and in good markets, you will have kind of the same traffic that you could generate from Facebook ads and so on. So basically what I wanted to say, that SEO is still kind of a hard, but still very nice way to generate free traffic. And about excursions and about long tail keywords, I wanted to show you an example what I mean with .com domain and .es domain. I've literally Googled Tenerife Excursions in the Great Britain Google. And what do we have here? I will share my whole screen that you can see my mouse. I hope you see my mouse.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, so if you can see Tenerife Excursions, this means that we have 1,300 queries a month, and it has kind of a medium competition on this. And what do we have here? We have a TripAdvisor, tenerifeexcursions.co.uk, viator.com, Get Your Guide, GoTui, and something else, right? So basically, if you wanna, if you have like a tourism agency, or if you're a freelancer, imagine like whatever, like you do Tenerife Excursions, right? So if you are buying a .com domain, and if you are like wishing to compete with all these mega corporations in the .co.uk market, so basically it's kind of impossible actually to go to Google top 10. I don't know what you need to do, or what do you need to do to make yourself like here. So it's kind of impossible. But let's Google Tenerife Excursions on on Spanish Google. So this means that over here in the island, people, when they are in the island, Tenerife Excursions keyword is being used for 590 times. And what do we have here? We have also TripAdvisor, we have Tenerife trips and so on. But these results are actually super different, because TripAdvisor and other grants are a bit down, because here it's the local geolocation searches being on. And you can see the competition over here. It's quite high also, and so on. But the main idea that with a good geolocation website, I mean, with something like keyword inside your domain name or something like that website, you can actually rank quite easily in this SERP. And I've kind of had some practical tips how to rank it better. And I even actually search Tenerife Excursions with, Tenerife Excursions with a minus. It's still free. So domain Tenerife minus excursions in this super competitive market is for free. This means that usually people are making a mistake because they are making brands of it, but actually people are searching for keywords. So if you are buying actually this domain name, which is for which costs like literally 15 euros, and you will make a website on it and make a little bit of SEO, in 6 months you will be here. So you will be receiving actual clients. So this is about SEO, because it's not about like competing and making super nice and super sort of techniques and so on. It's just about making something different than others. So I've made like 10 practical tips about how to actually make your website to rank better in Google. It is actually basic tips. We're not going into details because we don't have so much time here, but I'm just going to go through these tips. So basically, local domain name. I mean, if you're in Spain, buy .s. If you're in Lithuania, buy .lt. If you're in Italy, buy .it. And so on and so on. If your business is local, I mean, if you have a restaurant or if it's something local, which has an address, or if your services are local based, it's better to focus on something niche. Mobile friendly. This is the most important thing to be. 50% of Tenerife's websites have a mobile version, despite the fact that Google actually ranks your websites when they even announced maybe a few years ago that they will index only they will put on the top of the search only the website which is mobile friendly. I mean, they announced the mobile first indexing feature. That means if your website is not adapted to whatever it is, like telephone or your refrigerator or whatever it is, Google will not rank you well. So actually, when you're making a website, it should be built for mobile phones or some sort of tablets in first place, because now the statistics shows that in different markets, mobile traffic could be from 50% to even more. I have projects that has 90% of traffic that comes from mobile telephones. Okay, make content related to your market. I mean that you have to make content related to your market. This means that you have to make additional value to your customers. I mean, you have to write something additional. If you're like, if you're a coucher, like for example, if you're a couch for some sort of topics, right? You have to put tips and tricks of couching. You have to write blog posts about it. You have to put videos about it. You don't only rely on Google reviews. You have to ask your clients to put reviews into your website and so on. Just don't rely about always about these corporate things and Google reviews or Trustpilot or Facebook reviews and so on. Basically, what I mean, just not to try to put everything, like to put every single content that is new about you inside some sort of a social media platform, whatever that means. And the other thing is always research keywords, always research new keywords, new trends. Use Google Trends for it. I mean, use Google analysis tools like I did. Like I just spent like 15 minutes researching Tenerife Excursions Google search page, and I've noticed that there are free domains that can be used. Use these like targeted keywords as your landing pages, for example. Don't rely only on one website. You can have 10 of them. It doesn't matter. For example, we have markets where we've been working like 6 years in SEO, and we actually rank on 10 first positions. I mean, like all the first page is ours. So it's the best SEO you can get, you know? If all the 10 pages, 10 first results in your market are yours, doesn't matter. It's YouTube video, doesn't matter. It's Google News. Google doesn't know about it. Google is just a machine, basically, which is like a lake in Finland. So basically, the thing is that it's not like an artificial intelligence. It's just a machine that processes a lot of data. So it's basically, it's dumb. Other thing, website should be fast, and that's it. Google is relying on fastness of your website. Be as much as it's possible, the website should be not overcrowded of ads, information, images, and so on. It should be super fast. Like if it's possible, make it a plain HTML without any CMS. Basically, no WordPresses. You can just make a plain HTML. It will be the best site ever. But of course, it's hard to edit and so on. But it will be the best site for ranking, because if it is a plain HTML or some sort of a plain website which looks nicely and loads super fast, like, you know, so basically and make a research, because Google has these tools like Google Speed Insights and so on, or this tool Lighthouse, for example. It can show website speed. Google Speed Insight actually doesn't show the information super well. It's like an opinion of the Google, something like that. You just don't rely super on that, but it can show like a trend that your site is fast or not. Other practical tip, update your site once a week. I mean, there's super many websites in Tenerife that doesn't update their information. You can find like news from the, I don't know, from the last age, or there's no telephone number, or there's no email, or work schedule is changed, or there isn't any work schedule posted. So basically, they should be something new on your website every single week if you want to rank better, because as we already know, Google places websites into first positions which are updated with likable content. I mean, the content is the main thing, actually. The content should be likable, but the thing is that if you have something, I don't know, if you have like a blog post or some sort of an article that or some review that actually ranks and makes your sites like a lot of traffic in your site. Like, for example, if you have like a, I don't know, a review or a video that is very popular, like the most popular video that you have in your website or in your blog post, for example, you can actually update that article or update that video to be even better, and Google will even place you in a better position for that. So you can even play with your old posts in this case, because that's an update and Google will see it. Other thing, make backlinks. Ask colleagues to link you, ask partners to link to you, make a Wikipedia post, make a some sort of a research for universities. Try to get as much backlinks as possible from everywhere. Actually, even that buying links actually still works a bit. It's spamming, I know, it's black SEO, but basically it's still working. Buy reviews, buy links, it still works a bit because of that thing that Google actually is not able to identify fake backlinking to you. It's like they can, but if you are doing this with your head and not too much, just a bit, a little, it's kind of a thing to start from, I could say. In this case, if you have like a 6-year-old business and you have already positions, no, don't play with that. But if you have backlink, if you're like new, you just started like yesterday, for example. So where you get those reviews, actually you need to fake them. And the thing is that it actually works a bit. So don't do it too much, just a bit, and that if only at the beginning. And make videos about your services in YouTube, post them on social media, put pins, ask customers to tag you as much as they can to make the posts more spreadable in search engines. This will also increase your search results. Make website Google friendly. This is kind of an inbound SEO, but basically the thing is that make the URLs look good, like for example, Tenerife Excursions /Anaga experience for couples. It's a long tail keyword, by the way. So basically use like structure of your links to with keywords. Use long tail keywords. For example, English talking group going to Teide. If somebody will enter this to Google, and if you have exact post which has exact link and exact something title in it, you will definitely rank, because I could say it will be definitely no competition in this keyword. So basically you can have like some sort of blog posts that are long-tailed, super specific, very specific, and it doesn't have much traffic in it. But if they have only one result on Google, they will, I don't know, 20% that they will be your customer. And the last, meta titles, meta description tags. The thing is that this is a meta title. It's the thing that is being shown over here. It's a kind of a technical part, but I kind of go through it a bit. And meta description is the thing that is being shown over here. It's like something around 160 symbols, something about an SMS length message to your customer. Basically, you could work on that also, because these actually attract clients. This is the thing why this is like something should be clickable. Like all these signs should be, you need to play with them. If you have something like 3-4 keywords that you want to rank on, and if you want to rank on better, you have to play with title tags. Not just dumbly put keywords in them. No, you have to play with them. You have to switch the words, like put the other word in one place, play with the description. Maybe you will see that something will work a bit better, because when you have more clicks on it, you will be able to go up in the search results. Make structured data or XML.
Laurinas,
Yes.
sorry, we have another question from Pietro. So he's asking, what do you think about website builders like Wix from an SEO perspective? What do you say is the best one?
Doesn't matter, actually. The thing is that Wix and all these free tools like Wix, like WordPress, it's from my point of view, from my personal how to say experience, I could say that it's not the best tools to use in long term, because these companies are constantly changing. WordPress is being constantly hacked by hackers, and the last year I had 2 incidents of the Chinese virus inside my website. I can show you, and this the thing is that what happens, you see, and the Chinese virus attacked the WordPress website, and we were working on SEO for this website for maybe 6 years and more. So they had very good positions and so on. What happened? The Chinese virus came and hacked the WordPress website. They just changed their website from custom CMS to WordPress, right? And the thing is that this virus, what it did, it changed the titles and meta descriptions. But when you click in it, inside the site, you don't see anything. You just see the virus after it happens. And the thing is that in this case, you have so much trouble with it, because you will lose all your SEO positions. You will lose all your rankings. And in this case, you cannot even simply remove this. You will need to work very hard to remove the consequences of this virus. And the thing is that all these Wix portals and WordPress portals and so on, they have this thing that is kind of a thing in long term.
So what do you say it would be the best one to build your website? What would you use then?
I could say don't rely on super popular platforms. I could say the best one is make a custom thing on long-term basis. On long-term, if you have like a small restaurant, if you are a freelancer, if you want to just starting your business, definitely do it. It's cheaper, it's super fast, it's kind of easy thing. You don't have to invest in developers and so on and so on. But in the long-term basis, actually, no other like news portals, for example. I think that maybe 20% of the news portals uses WordPress in afterwards, and they actually what they use. It's not WordPress. It's just I don't know. It's just called WordPress, but everything is inside is changed because it's super. Well, imagine if you can easily hack with such a Japanese virus at BBC.com. Imagine what will happen. So they just don't allow, big companies don't allow themselves to use such.
Yeah, I guess Pietro is asking for his for the co-working space they are building.
I could say it doesn't matter.
Okay.
How much, the one you like more, because Wix has support, WordPress has more freelance developers that can adapt your website to anything that you want. So basically, for the beginning, I don't see any big differences actually.
Okay, Pietro, feel free to jump in if you want to ask something else.
No, it's clear. I'm personally use Wix because I'm at the beginning, but
Yeah.
of course I agree with you with what you said about WordPress. And let's see, maybe in the future it could be a good opportunity to make something customized.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Like as I say, for small businesses only for very long-term basis, like shops or big portals, or that's something that generates traffic, something that is influencing, for example, market, maybe some sort of I don't know, competitors don't like you and they will hack your website.
Yeah. I think it's clear.
Yeah, the thing is like this. Okay, let's move on structured data. This is the thing that Google has announced quite a while, but the thing is that Google actually is always trying to improve their search engine, and they are kind of lucky, but also not. And the thing is that they actually, now they ask to not only to make a website Google friendly, but they actually ask structured data to be submitted to Google. I mean, Google is asking if it is if it's news, or if maybe you can put us a image or a video or a price for your product in a different way. And the thing is that if you're putting and making a structured data for Google, you can have such a thing like this, stars or votes inside your or price, for example, for your products or for your news. And if you put like, if you're putting news to your website, and if you're putting structured data to Google in the way that Google will like, you can rank on Google News also. Like FAQ XMLs, for example. Google can answer a question which is related with your business just inside the here. And that's what I'm talking about, that Google is actually doesn't more and more doesn't allow users to go off Google. So that is why we're getting the answers inside the SERP engine. And the other trending thing, I think it will be a very trending in a near, I don't know, 10 years, is audio queries. I mean, when you say, okay, Google, what's the best restaurant in Tenerife? And you will get search results. So that is why long tail keywords are more and more important, because now instead of writing Tenerife restaurant, you are asking Google, what is the best restaurant in Tenerife or in Adeje? And the thing is that in this case, you're entering 10 words to Google. And in this case, you can also answer audio query inside Google. You can answer audio query with a structured XML data. I mean that you can answer a question, this question, you can, what is Tenerife known for? And the answer that you will put to Google can be automatically said by the Google robot. So in case you have like Alexa at home or something like that, you will get the information that you need. So in first case, if you put these queries in some, it's just only for some sort of a specific markets. For example, what is the best co-working space in Santa Cruz, or what is the co-working space in Santa Cruz? So you can answer that this question, well, something like that, basically. Just an idea of, you know, keep your heads working with this. Okay, let's move on. Our last thing that I want to share with you is tools. Google has a nice search console, which shows basically what's your site is ranking for, what are your positions, what could you improve, and so on. Basically, it's a free tool. Definitely every single site needs to use it. Like, you just need to add it to your website, and after like a week, you will see some sort of a results. How do you rank? How do you position on Google? What's your average position inside SERP? What's your other stuff? So basically, you just definitely need to use this. Google Speed Insights. This is for speed analysis of your website. Use this tool, just a helper for maybe fix few things that your site will just be more faster. So this is a free tool to use to take a look what's happening with your website. Google Trends. This is a super cool tool to if you're like a big data analyzer, or you would like to see what's the trends, like you want to sell some sort of I don't know, some sort of products that are like trendy now in the world. So you can actually check all the trends, and actually Google actually trends like they actually trends keywords. For example, take a look, like COVID, right? and what's trending. España COVID, el COVID, COVID España, and they will show you síntomas de COVID and so on. You can have like idea of, like, for example, síntomas de COVID is untrending at the moment, and so on, and in all the regions. So basically, this is very important also. See your Google index. Just write in Google site and yoursite.com. If you want to see all your backlinks that Google sees that you're linking to, somebody is linking to your site. What Google thinks that they are linking to, just put like this. Okay, 2 more tools and it will be over. SEMrush.com, super cool tool, super expensive, and it's only for professionals. But I will definitely recommend, if you have a big store or a big thing, something big that relies on Google, if you want to analyze it from super much perspectives, that you want to see how does it rank, use this tool. It's very expensive but very good. It operates in all the world, and it's combines data from different sources. Basically, it combines data from Google, it combines data from keyword research tools, it combines data from search engines, other Bing and so on, and it's kind of a analytic tool for more. And you can even actually spy on your competitors here very easily. You can spy on everything they do. You can see what their backlinks are. You can follow their link building strategies, their content, how their site is ranking, and so on and so on. So basically, this is a super cool tool. Very expensive, but very good, and for professionals. I personally like this one. This is a super nice tool, which is super inexpensive. It's like €9 a month, I think. And you can spy also on your competitors, see their organic traffic, which is expected. It actually shows very nicely. I've checked with my own websites with the analytics. It's actually, it's not real. This is expected traffic, but it actually shows these tools very well. And the thing is that it's very good analysis tool for researching keywords and so on. So basically, it's for small businesses. It's super cool. And the other thing, this guy, this Indian guy, actually has a nice blog about SEO and so on. Well, it's kind of a repetitively. It's not like it's like all SEO blogs. It's very repetitively. But I could say, from my point of view, I think that it's kind of one of the best blogs at the moment in the market at this year, I think. So you may look his blogs. And
so the name of the blog is Neil Patel.
Uber Suggest.
Uber Suggest. Okay.
Yeah, Uber Suggest. The name is like this. It's for current content research, it's for content analysis. It's actually for free. In case you have some sort of a more detailed analysis, then you have to pay. So it's for small businesses, for freelancers. Just register, and that's it. You just don't have to pay anything about it. Okay. As I was talking about, social media optimization, just a few examples of that. So this Indian guy, I like him because it's like he does the only video that the best restaurants and places to eat in Tenerife. He received 2,000 views in 1 year, as you can see. He posted like in July 15 in 2009. He actually received 2,000 views. What do you mean? If you like, what it would mean for you if you would have a restaurant and you would rank and you will have 2,000 views? It will definitely be something around 100 clients, definitely. So I could see that posting videos with long tail titles, even in your niche market, in your niche island, in your niche town, in your niche something, be very specific. Don't rank with, don't play with big companies. They will eat you. So maybe, I don't know if we still have time. I think not very much about taking a look. Maybe somebody wants to show some sort of a website and take a quick view. I don't know if we still have time, Elsa, for that.
We could do that, or if anyone has any questions. I think Lorenzo,
maybe we can go through questions at first.
Yeah, I had a couple of questions, if I may.
Sure.
One is, you mentioned, well, let's see. The general question is, there's what I've been hearing for a long time from different SEO experts is that Google, let's see, it's very hard to know what Google's algorithm is and what is important to them and so on. And to
Yes,
give you a
this is the
specific
thing that
example,
nobody knows.
yeah, exactly. The specific example is I've been told that in the past, like long time ago, the actual URL or your domain was important to Google, but now it's not that important anymore. So you were recommending to have master URL with your keyword, but maybe it's not that important. Or even I've been told that, say, if my main site has a certain name, which is my brand, but maybe I want to buy a domain that that has some keywords and redirect to my website. Maybe Google will even see that as a negative to my website.
It depends.
How do we know?
It actually depends on it depends on the market. As I was talking about, like if you have something a small restaurant which is in Adeje, if you buy my very good restaurant in adeje.es, you will definitely rank very well in Google AS and so on. And if you're like, if you put few blog posts and so on, it's super easy to go like in a very specific niche. But if you are, for example, if you have, as I know, you are selling something on international market, as I know, sake or something. Yeah. So it's considered, if you are doing it a lot of times, like a lot of years now, it's considered not to play with that very much, because you can overplay everything. I could say yes. If you're you have to rely on additional things to give to your clients, additional like value, like videos how to drink sake, or blog posts about sake quality or something like it's just other thing, you know. It's like if you are like, if you will try to spam with your website, you will get like a ban or something like very bad to your business, because you are doing it a lot of times. Google kind of know you what you're doing. It's you have history, and in this case, if you like start playing with it, you will lose your positions, and you will not increase, you will lose it. So basically, as in terms of long-term business, it's all about the quality of site, of quality of content you put into your website, growth, but not like playing with domains and so on. You can have like a landing page, for example, for some sort of occasions, or for specific like product group, for example, like and it can be something attached with keywords. Like for example, if you have like a landing page which is like only for specific sake and specific like specific sake brand, for example. So you can disattach it from your main website and make a different website which will rank differently, and you will not get banned for that. But if you, for example, if you make 100 of these landing pages, and they will have the same product, just in a different description with the different photos and so on and so on, and they will link to your website and so on, this is considered as spamming. And well, it works sometimes, but in the business case, I could say that it's too much risky to do that, I guess, because it's like, we don't know. You can go well, you can go no, and in case you will not go, you will lose your sales. So basically, I would not recommend to go more conservative way, I guess.
You had another question, Lorenzo?
Okay. Yeah, just quickly on the what you were showing earlier, the difference between .es and .gp search on Google. One thing I struggle with is knowing where, let's see, another thing that I hear that Google does is to serve different content to different people based on where they are, what operating system, all bunch of different, what even their history of searching and things like that. So my question is, how do I know how I rank for my target? I guess that's
use tools like that Neil Patel I've showed you. It will show you how you rank, well, approximately, of course, because they don't show super exactly, because every single user has different search results actually. And the thing is that, well, it just shows approximate, like 70% of this is true. So basically, and Google actually does it because they are supporting the small companies. they're actually like, if you are like a mega brand, something like that, you will actually have some sort of a small blog somewhere around you all the time, because they are kind of has the priority. So that is why I'm always telling, if you have a new business and if you have like a restaurant or something, it's kind of easy if you make a bit of research to rank it on a very specific keywords, on a very specific market, in a long tail keywords, you know. So yeah, but in this case, yeah, use tools, just simple, like use tools, and they will show 70% of true, I guess. Anyone else?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we have another question from Pietro, and I think this is going to be the last one since we only have 1 minute left. So he's asking, if your target audience is both Spanish and English speakers, how do you manage communication in all channels?
We should choose one, because if you're, it's like doing business in the world. If you are doing business in the world, you're not doing anywhere. You just need to choose, like, which is the priority, English speaking or Spanish speaking. If it is Spanish speaking, go on Spanish speaking, rank on it very well. If you're starting to rank it very well, after a while you can start working on a British one, but don't do it like on the same basis. Basically, you have to be very
Selective.
Like selective. Like, I go there and that's it, and you will go there for like 2 years, something like that.
Yeah,
grow up for like, that is the thing that I've noticed here, that actually people are buying .com domains because everybody thinks they're international, but they're not. They're local, basically. So that is why I think that there's no competition. That is why I easily found a domain that it will be like for one agency, it will be like a gold mine.
Yeah, okay. I think that was pretty interesting. I hope you guys found some useful tips for your own businesses. We covered a lot of things. Thank you, Larinas, for doing such a great job on trying to squeeze everything.
Too much information.
I think, yeah, hopefully it was useful. And anyway, we want to thank you for your time, for being here with us and until the end, although some people had to leave, I guess. We will share the video in case you want to go back to any of the slides and check what Lorinas was suggesting. And yeah, thank you again. Next week, we will have a social media management webinar. So if any of you is interested, you're also welcome to join next week. But for now, we thank Laurinas again and wish you all great week ahead, and yeah, keep it up.
And in case everyone wants maybe something more detailed about the specific things in SEO, you can write us, and maybe we with Elsa, maybe we can arrange something very specific. We can take a specific topic or specific analysis of some sort of a websites. Maybe we can do it a bit later.
Exactly, because this was too broad maybe, but that's because we didn't really know what you guys were interested in knowing. So feel free to write to us. Maybe Larinas, you can put the last slide, so if anyone wants to contact you or they have the info, right? So
yeah, this is the last slide.
Yeah, so perfect.
Yeah,
thank you again.
Okay, thank you very much.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Good to see you. Bye. Yeah, stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.